everybody, back again with another video. Hope you're doing well. Hope your life's going well. Hope this week has gone well for you, and I hope that today has gone well for you. Today is Sunday, December the 1st, 2024. It is about 5:45 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I hope that you're all having a wonderful weekend as this weekend comes to a close. I hope that it was a fun and productive weekend for you. Never discuss politics or religion at work. The reason I say to never discuss politics or religion at work is because these two subjects are subjects that people feel very strongly about. These are two subjects that could potentially cause arguments, could potentially cause lots of tension in the workplace, and companies, corporations, they don't want that in the workplace. Now, I'm pretty sure many of you all understand this already, but I'm sure there's people out there that still, casually talk about politics, whatever is happening in political news and, religion, right? I'm sure there's people out there that still talk about this. So if you're somebody that does that and you're watching this video, just hear me out, right? The thing about politics and religion is that people have a tendency to use these two subjects as a measure of what your morals and values are in life, right? Especially on the subject of politics. If you're a Democrat, you know how, Democrats have a certain set of beliefs and values. Republicans have a certain set of beliefs and values. And say you're casually talking about politics at work, right? You're in the break room. You and somebody else are talking about politics. Say both of you all are Republican. Now, say somebody that you work with, right? They jump into the conversation and they're a Democrat, and you all start debating, and because of course a Democrat and a Republican talking about politics are going to disagree. So say you all get into debating about what's going on in the political world, and start disagreeing. Things start to get heated. It turns into a full-blown argument. It gets loud. And by the way, this type of stuff does happen. People feel very strongly about politics, right? This does happen. Now all of a sudden, y'all are both being called into management's office, HR's office, because y'all just had a full-blown, loud, heated argument about politics, right? This is why companies don't want you to talk about politics and religion in the workplace, right? And the thing about politics and religion, one of the reasons why it can get very heated and very ugly very fast when it comes to a political or a religious debate is because many people, when it comes to these subjects, kind of keep themselves in an echo chamber, right? So they pretty much only listen to people that agree with them on these subjects, right? Whether it's watching television or social media that align with their beliefs on politics and religion, whether it's surrounding themselves with people that agree with them on politics and religion. And so you're always hearing about the opposite side being wrong, being bad. And so when you're confronted face to face with someone from the opposing side, especially when it comes to politics, it can get very ugly very fast. And I'm not even necessarily saying that it's wrong to keep yourself in an echo chamber, but what you have to understand about that is that when you do that, you're limiting the chances of your political and religious beliefs being challenged when you do that, right? And that's the problem with politics and religion. People, they just hold on so dearly to their beliefs, right? They do not want to be challenged in any way, shape, or form when it comes to these subjects. And when they are challenged, it just turns into a whole circus, yelling, shouting, right? Now you don't want to talk to this person anymore. But bringing it back to the workplace, you do not want to do this, right? Not everybody has the same background and upbringing as you. Maybe if you're a Democrat, you were raised in a Democratic family. Maybe if you're a Republican, you were raised in a Republican family, right? And the fact is, most people are not going to deviate away from the political or religious beliefs that they were taught growing up. If your family was all Republicans, very religious, then you're not going to deviate from that usually, right? If your family was Democrats growing up, normally you're not going to deviate from that, right? Some people do, but most people don't. But when that happens, that can cause friction in a family as well, right? The thing about talking politics at work, maybe I'll give you this example. Maybe you're at work, you're casually talking about politics, y'all agree with each other, right? And so you form the habit of talking about politics at work, and it's all good because you all agree with each other. Now, what if they go out and they hire somebody new, and you're just so used to talking about politics out in the break room and everything, and so you've fallen into that habit. Now, all of a sudden, that new person they hired walks into the break room, and now there's somebody that disagrees with you. What happens then, right? This also goes for religion as well. When it comes to religion, people feel extremely strongly about religion, right? People do not want their religious beliefs challenged. If you dare to challenge their religious beliefs, for some people, they're going to act like there's something wrong with you. That's just what happens. Remember, echo chamber. Many people, when it comes to religion, politics, subjects like these, they are in an echo chamber. They surround themselves with people that agree with them. And so the minute somebody comes and challenges their very beliefs about religion, politics, or whatever, what happens? It turns ugly, right? It's kind of funny. With me, I cannot discuss anything having to do with politics and religion at work. And the reason why is because my beliefs on religion and politics are taboo, right? I'm not a Democrat or Republican. I don't care for either one of them. And so that alone, saying that alone, can be a problem at the workplace. When it comes to religion, I'm not religious. Saying that at the workplace can be a problem. Many people who aren't religious aren't very vocal about it in general because there are a lot of people who are religious, and that could cause a debate, that can cause friction, that can cause tension at the workplace. If you go in there talking religion, or someone comes to you and talks about religion to you and you tell them that you're not religious, see, that can cause a problem. And so I kind of just keep my mouth shut about religion. I've had people come up to me and talk to me about religion, and I kind of just nod my head and go along with what they're saying. I'm not going to go challenge them because, for one, what am I going to go challenge this person on religion for? And it's like, I don't even know this person like that. They're just somebody I work with. It's not like they're family or friends. So why would I even care to challenge this person on their religious beliefs? I just let people be. That's kind of my mentality, right? And so, that's the thing. These are subjects that in many workplaces, they even tell you, don't discuss politics and religion. And if you do, you're going to get in trouble. Management does not want to hear it. It's kind of funny too. When I worked as a cashier, I was even taught not to discuss politics and religion with the customers that come through the line because, again, people feel very strongly about that. And some customer, right, you go to talking politics and religion to some customer that comes to your line as a cashier. If they disagree with you, they can go and report you to management. Now here you are in trouble because this person got their feelings hurt that you dared to disagree and challenge them on their beliefs. That's just what happens. Just being honest with you. Work is where you go and you make money and you go home. No need to discuss all this extra stuff with these other people that you work with. There's no need for it. There is no need for it. You don't know how other people were brought up. You don't know whether they were brought up religious, non-religious, Democrat, Republican, non-political. You don't know how these people were brought up. And then again, these are just people you work with. What's the point in even trying to challenge them on their beliefs? Is it an ego thing? Many times that's what it turns into. It just turns into a shouting match. It just turns into someone's ego being hurt, being challenged, because how dare they not be a Republican like me? How dare they not be a Democrat like me? How dare they not believe in religion like me? That's all it is. Now, some people, I'll be honest, you can have a level-headed conversation about both of these subjects with at work, but you just never know. That's why I say don't do it. But there's people out there that know how to have a level-headed conversation about these two very controversial subjects. But it's like, what's the point of even taking that risk? I'll give you one even better. Management talking politics and religion to you. Honestly, if a manager was to do that to me, I would just nod my head. But I know in my head, I disagree with them, but I'll nod my head, yeah, okay. That's all you got to do. If you don't want to discuss that, but you don't want to cause like tension as well, just nod your head, yeah, okay, yeah. That's all I do. You think I get into it with people about religion and politics at my job? I don't. And people talk to me about those subjects, and I just nod my head. I say, okay. But let me tell you, if a manager was to talk to you about religion and politics and you disagree with them and you get into a heated debate with them, you never know what can happen then. They're going to be trying to find ways to get you written up, get you fired and everything. That can happen. Again, this goes for managers. How dare they disagree with me about politics? How dare they disagree with me about religion? They're so wrong, right? They're so wrong. They're so messed up. They're so evil. You hear that with politics a lot. The opposing side is so wrong, so messed up, so evil. Come on. I still don't understand how people fall into the whole political divide, but that's just my opinion, Now, on your free time, if you want to talk about politics online, you want to talk about politics with people you don't work with, so be it. But when you're at work, just go in there, make your money, and go home. There's no need to discuss politics or religion with these people. Religion, that can really, really cause tension in the workplace as well. Especially if you're someone who's not religious, or say you're an atheist and you actually come out and say you're an atheist, which most atheists won't do that in a workplace because they know the type of chaos that can cause. telling people at work you're an atheist. But again, it just goes back to what I was saying earlier. We all have our beliefs. We should all respect other people's beliefs as well, right? And I think that's what it comes down to as well. People do not respect the fact that people do not have the same beliefs as them. And so they get called names, they get called wrong, they get called messed up for not having that same belief as them. Don't discuss politics at work or religion at work. Anyway, I do thank you all for watching and have a good evening.